हेलो एंड वेलकम टू वन वर्ल्ड शो। दिस इज फराज अहमद और आप सबको जो है बहुत बहुत वेलकम है शो के अंदर। लास्ट कपल ऑफ डेज से मैं आई वाज नॉट डूइंग शो बिकॉज ऑफ यहाँ पे मुहर्रम भी चल रहा था, चीज़ें भी चल रही थी और उसके अलावा बहुत सारी और चीज़ें भी लाइन अप हुई हुई थी। बट सिंस आई वाज डूइंग द शो, लाइक I'm getting very good feedback, like all around the places, and especially the people, like abroad, like I'm talking about abroad in USA and Canada and other places as well. And people are still watching, like from other places as well. And Helena White, I invited her, like on my show. She was US spokesdepartment from South Asia. She was very happy and she's willing to coming back as well. And instead of a lot of celebrity as I call as well, like from Pakistan, from UK as well, and Amir Khan boxer, he's one of them. So every kind of field I've already invited, and we have talked and a lot of stuff, like especially about politics and other stuff. But today's show is very, very special for myself as well. And why is it special? I will tell you a little bit later on. That today's show, whom I invited is a very, very special person, as a myself as well, because after there is a three people in your life is very important in your life. Is one your dad, like who raised you. One is like when you get married, your wife's father, and then one is your teacher. Teacher is very, very important person, like who basically raised yourself, like, and he taught you the stuff and other thing as well. And at the moment, like today's show, I'm very happy to like tell you Mr. Sunny, Dr. Sunny Ahonsi. He's a marvelous person, like we learned a lot of things from him. And in the end, like he's a purely, I have to say, like he majority of Pakistani people who come all around the world, he helped them and he introduced them, like into a field of accountancy and all these other stuff as well. But today I'm taking, and we're going to talk about his life as well. We're going to talk about how he has become so successful in UK and all around the world, and people know him. Like his student is all around the world. Like he told me sometimes wherever he goes, he see students. like the students are doing an excellent job and they are in big positions, and he feels so happy. Like, and he's a very down-to-earth person. Let me introduce Mr. Sunny. Hello, Sunny.
Hi, Faraz. Great to be here on your show.
Sunny, thank you very much, first of all. And honestly speaking, is what my pleasure, like having you on my show. And most important thing, Sunny, what kind of food you are eating. First of all, tell me about your diet plan or anything, because since I know you, honestly speaking, since I know you, you are exactly like the same Sunny, Dr. Sunny. Like, even your memory is so good, and you are exactly what I have met you 20 years ago. What do you eat? Tell me first.
I control my diet. In the morning, I have breakfast and 2 boiled eggs. And in the afternoon, I have very, very light food, vegetables. And in the evening, I eat very, very light vegetables and maybe a piece of meat, a corn, or a portion of rice. That's it.
That's it. So this is your diet plan, basically, you was telling me. That's why
dietary plan, yes.
Nothing else. Are you sure?
Absolutely. And I drink less of alcohol. I drink less of fizzy drink. I drink less of Coke. I drink a lot of water, just as you have it here with me right now. a lot of water with lemon. Yes, that's my intake of fluid.
Okay, because I was surprised whenever I saw you. Like you are exactly the same. Sunny, tell me about. Well, let me start it from your like little bit journey as well, because I wanted to know as well from myself as well to other people as well how the Sunny and Hamzunza, like how you come into education side, like because you have done so much on for accountancy, and and you make your big name. How it start from your childhood? Is it your family push you to go on to like this side, or your whole family was on education department, or what?
Well, I mean, I grew up in a family of seven. We're seven children. I was actually the third in line. And yes, my dad used to work with the British government and working in different countries around the globe. My dad is serious with education. So my mom, who was a housewife, and all of us are educated in different fields. But there's one thing which is very fundamental about me, which is I am a man of myself. So I call myself a boy has grown into a man.
Okay. So your mean is like you are a self-motivated person. You stood it, like, and if you're saying about your sibling is seven altogether, what was your number basically? Are you the
I'm in the third position.
third position?
Hmm.
Okay, and tell me about your other brother and sister. Are they that's also in education, or are they that successful as well, like you? Or
Some are in education, some are doing businesses, some are doing different things. As you know, in any family, people do different things, and that composition, that constitution is what makes a family. We're all different with different abilities, and we're all doing very, very well as far as a commercial or business aspect of life is concerned. My two sisters, yeah, both married, and they live locally here in London. And one of my brother is, live in Surrey. The other one live in Lewisham. So we're all over the globe.
okay, and everyone is making your dad's and mom's name proud. I think like everywhere. Tell me about how you come into accountancy. How, why, and is this your interest was there, or is just like you said I have to do something?
Well, it's interesting actually how I got into accountancy. My first degree was in marketing from Central City Polytechnic, which became Goodhall University, now become part of the London Metropolitan University. I graduated as an accountant in 1987-88 with the Chartered Institute of Marketing. I worked for about 3, 4, 5 years in one of the fast consumer moving goods in Bethnal Green and in the City of London. Then I went back to go and do accountancy after 5 years in the shop, on the shop floor. I was motivated to go into accountancy by one of my uncle who was based in Scotland at that point in time, was an accountant. So that had been my role model. His name is Joseph Aluko. Joseph was actually my role model that made me to cultivate the interest into accountancy, and I went in. But this is a story.
How old was you when you got motivation?
I was about 27 years old at the time.
Okay.
But this is a story. When I wanted to go into accountancy, a friend I had at the time, I call him a friend that I had at the time, I said to him, I'm interested to become an accountant. Do you know what he's actually said to me? He said, no, never do it, because people do not pass accountancy because it's a very difficult exam. I said to him, I need to have the determination. And if nobody has ever passed the exams, I will be the first one to pass.
Wow. Okay, so it's mean the first person who you met, he demotivated you, and he wanted to, like he crushed your confidence. But this is the first step. You said, no, I have to do it. I have
Correct.
to. people. Oh, that's great.
Correct. So I liken myself to a driver of a car. As a driver, you must have control over the foot pedals and on the same time on the steering wheel. So you have full control. And this experience is actually contained in my book, which is coming out in October 2020.
Okay. And you have wrote whatever you are telling us about everything is on that book.
Everything is in that book. And that book, I have produced a book to provide motivation, to provide inspiration for younger people who are growing, for younger people that may be dissuaded by their peers, by their friend to say, you cannot do it. But I learned something fundamental in life, that you need to be positive, you need to be persistent, and you need to be pursuing objective. So you have to have a purpose. You have to have your why. Your why should be greater than your what.
Wow, this is very big word. Why is the greater than? Oh wow, that's very 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 motivation. How you, Sunny? Like, because you seem be like a role model as well. Like majority of people who have seen Sunny. Like the person who come over here and he start his accountancy. And how did you come on LVMT? Like on those days, people are going into like on different businesses and different things. Like, and you come straight to education. Like, and you have create that kind of LVMT on the highest grade, I think, in the private colleges. On those days, like I'd never seen that big buildings, like, and your LVMT name was in the home office and everywhere. How did you come into the LVMT concept?
Well, it was actually very interesting that when I graduated as an accountant back in the late 80s, early 90s, I applied to some of the traditional colleges, right, as a lecturer. But they would not take me simply because of this color of my skin, which I suspected. So I decided to do something about it, to go out and establish my own college. And in 1995, I registered LVMT. I came about with LVMT as a college, as a concept. And in 96, 7th of July, 1996, I had my first student. Interestingly, one of them, Mohammed Ahmed, was from Pakistan. He was one of my first 3 students.
Oh, okay, the Pakistani, yeah.
Okay. Yes. So
I have to tell the people who's watching and who will watch later on, then Sunny is more than half Pakistani as well. He have seen more Pakistani areas and more Pakistani people than us, like, so the first person is Ahmad, yeah?
Take it.
So Ahmad, the first person was Ahmad, basically.
Ahmed was my very, very first student. I had Ahmed from Pakistan. Then I had an English student, Joe. Then I had, I think, another student from Tanzania. They were my first student in different classes. You can imagine teaching one student per class of different status, of different level. ACCA, one doing ACCA, one doing SEMA, one doing the other third level of ACCA. But within 6 months, we had over 100 students studying in LVMT.
Within 6 months?
Within 6 months.
And you, I think you started from Myland. I think first branch is in your Myland.
Started with Wickham House in Myland. And then after a year and a half, we moved on to Aldgate East with 20 from 2 classrooms to 12 classrooms. Then from 12 classrooms, after about 3-4 years, to about 50 classrooms.
Wow. And in LVMT, what did you learn, like as a college, as a successful, because I don't understand one thing, why you left it, because you have put big empire, like on those days, and people, when they have done so much stuff, like they've worked so hard, and you suddenly you stop and we haven't seen you. This thing I don't understand as well. How did you, and what did you learn from the college as well, like for the giving education? Because lot of students I heard about all around the world. You have a student everywhere, like wherever city you go, you have a student.
Very good. Yeah, that's very, very true. I mean, up to now in this part of London, by the time you walk to 5 stores, 5 shops, you will find either one of my students or one of my staff. And I have students who have graduated, who are accountant, who are working with PricewaterhouseCoopers, YMCA, financial controller, and vice president of different countries, head of research fellow at different universities in the UK and different parts of the globe. Yeah, my derivative, what I call the derivative, those who actually come out from LVMT, they are important places. And you are one of the examples of those students who are now helping other people to actually migrate, helping other the community. So I am a person of the heart, not of the head. So my prayer at all time, my interest, my why is to see the smile and the laughter on other people's faces. And that was what LVMT was all about. Now, what I learned in LVMT is all about patience, determination. And you can do anything you want to do. You can do at any point in time, provided anything you do it in good faith. And you work at it. You see a vision, pursue it. You see a mission, get it done. You see somebody who is suffering, help out when and where you can. So you have a creative system whereby you support those who are disadvantaged. I am a leader. A leader is a person that does for all the other people what they cannot do for themselves. That's what LVMT do. LVMT did. It became an enabler. Yes, there are sometimes you make a career change, and that's exactly what happened back in 2009 when I actually sold on LVMT, so that I wanted to take a break from the system, and I took out time. 2 years later, I came back into education, but today I'm doing something even bigger and greater than what I did in LVMT, which I'm going to tell you.
I will ask you. I will ask you exactly this question later on. Sunny, we had a call as well, and I don't know the people. When the people see you, maybe people start knowing you, and maybe the old people calling you. Hello, sir. Where are you calling, and what do you want to say? Do you know Mr.?
I just want to say hello to Sunny. He's been a very good person with me in LVMT times. I was one of his pioneer students in that college. My name is Abbas. I don't know if he remembers me.
Abbas, yes, I remember you very, very well, Abbas. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
Even I recognize your voice, Abbas.
Oh my God! And Abbas, tell us about the people who's watching and who will watch later on about his memory. Sunny's memory, I think nobody can beat Sunny's memory. Even somebody dead, he can tell who's guy is dead.
That's one of the best quality of being a good businessman.
That's true.
Good memory.
That's true. And what is Mr. Abbas? What is the memories you have with LVMT with Sunny?
LVMT was my first college, and it was a 3-room college at the time. But then I came from Pakistan, and I walked past it. I didn't realize there's a college here, because in Pakistan the massive colleges. But then Mr. Sunny, within couple of years, he had a massive building across the road.
That's true.
So, but I still remember we are the pioneer students with him.
And what is Abbas? What is the memory you have with Sunny? Because I heard about something about he was very strict about if you don't come, he don't give you a letter as well. He said no, you have to come.
Memory about when I had my mom was in hospital. I couldn't attend the college for 3 months.
Okay.
And then my visa was expired. So I went to Mr. Ahonsi and asked him to give me a letter for attendance. He said, no, Mr. Abbas, anymore. We can't do that anymore. But he's given me an advice to send it like that with a reason. And I did it, and I got the visa. Okay. So thankful to him. He even helped me even when his hands were tied. He was a great man.
As a teacher, we having very nice to see him as well, because you are chatting him after a long time, I think, isn't it?
Yeah. Teacher wise, I think he was okay because he was too busy to teach. He was always getting interrupted. So I think that's why he stopped teaching, and he had to go to the admin side.
And Sunny, you may be very happy that Mr. Abbas he's in Barclays Bank, and he's in very big position, HSBC Bank, and he's a very big position on there. And you're
very good. You remember what they say: a teacher will remain a teacher. The student will become doctors, pilot, engineer, and so forth. So I am so happy to see that the LVMT students are doing really well, extremely well all over the globe. So this is part of the joy of being a teacher.
And Mr. Abbas, keep watching. Mr. Sunny will tell us about something bigger than LVMT. He already mentioned it today that he is doing. Okay. Thanks for calling. Yeah. So, Mr. Sunny, people remember each and everything about you. So you become a celebrity teacher now. You are a celebrity. Okay. So Sunny, tell us about a little bit journey about you. You said you changed the you have to take the break on that time.
Yeah.
And on the break, like when you leave the LVMT, and what was your in mind? You was thinking about you go back to the education, and maybe you're thinking about do some business or something, or what was your mind on that time?
Well, when I left LVMT, when LVMT was sold back in 2009, and I took a break for about a year or so, then I went into a consultancy. I consulted from other colleges in London, and I was doing that for about 2 years. Then I went into management development training, setting up a company called Rise Excel UK Limited, which is a company I still have up to today. So that company, what it was doing really and truly was to train a lot of managers from all over the globe, politicians, business people, entrepreneurs from all over the world. So that was what I've been doing up to now. I'm still doing it, although I have moved away from mundane everyday trading into something bigger and greater.
Okay, so tell us about a little bit about this company. What is your objective of that company? What is that company basically do?
Well, I moved into blockchain back in 2015, 16. But the story started with my son, my youngest son, who is now 14 years old. He was not very well in the middle of the night in Sidcup, not very far from where I am now in Aldgate. And he was really, really ill. So I took him to the hospital. We were waiting in the A&E, accident and emergency, for about 11 hours waiting for a doctor. So you can imagine when I was in that room and the boy was sick, really sick, pain, excruciating pain. And I, as a father, I was so much afraid that he's going to die because the doctor was not available to be able to attend to him. But eventually the doctor came. And when the doctor came, the doctor spent less than 1 minute just to go through consultation. And he dismissed us and said, look, go and get nebulizer, go and get this, go and get that. So I was saying to myself, this little boy could have died. So out of that adversity, out of that situation, I came up and conceived and gave birth to digital medical app, an app which I call MediLiVes, right? MEDILIVES, MediLiVes, right? You can download it even today. I brought about MediLiVes. It's a medical app.
Do you have anything on YouTube as well on that MediLive?
Yes, I do have, yes.
What should we write? What should we write?
Just put on Google MediLiVes. MediLives, right? And we created a digital app, a medical app that enables a patient to connect with a doctor any time of the day, anywhere in the globe. So you can speak to a doctor audiovisually, just the same way that I'm speaking to you right now. And the doctor can carry out the diagnosis, consultation remotely, and prescribe. That's the project I've been working on since 2016-17. And the project is going to be released into the world in the first quarter of 2021. So the doctor is able to diagnose, is able to prescribe, and the app has the capability of telling you where you can collect your medicine. On the high street of Whitechapel, on the high street of Addis Ababa, that's exactly what it is in any part of the globe. So this is what the app does. And yeah, if you click on that, go to MediLives. Yeah, that's exactly what the app is all about. Now, if you click on COVID-19 stats, for example, COVID-19 statistics.
Okay.
For example, it gives you the analytics of the COVID, what is happening in different countries, those who were confirmed cases, those who died, those who, this is a capability that the app can demonstrate. So the whole purpose of this, people are suffering from diabetes, people are suffering from malaria, people are suffering from, so different analytics, different data can be collected. This information can be given to the government in order for them to be able to analyze the health and well-being of different citizens in their different geography and region.
Okay.
Now, how do you become part of MediLive? How do you participate in terms of MediLive? Perhaps that may be another question you want to ask me.
Exactly.
Well, as it stands at this point in time, you can either become a doctor working on the app, right, with us. As a medical doctor, you can be seeing patients and you get paid in the process. Or you can become a user, you become a patient, and you can connect with a doctor at any point in time with the aid of your mobile phone. All you simply do, you download it on your Android or on your iOS, MediLive Health, and you can connect with doctors any part of the globe. It is not fully functioning at the moment as we are going through the button and fixing the bugs and so forth, but you can play around with it, you give us your feedback. And also, the third point, as a doctor, as a user, or you can even decide to become an investor, to invest in the business itself as part of what is called
how can the investment, tell us about this investment point of view as well. What kind of investment and how this work, like as an investment side?
It's very, very simple, because what we did, we used a crowdfunding strategy to raise the fund, right? We created what is called MediLives token. MediLive token is part of the crypto which anybody can use to pay for their medical dispensation. You can imagine you have a patient in Germany and the doctor is in, let's say, Addis Ababa. Now, how do they exchange foreign currency before the doctor can look after the patient? You can pay by credit card, MasterCard. You can even pay by Bitcoin, but you can also pay by MediLive tokens. This MediLive token can be purchased locally in any currency around the globe. So we cater for people who are unbanked. Around about 3.2 billion people around the globe do not have a bank account. So we have to make sure that we create a currency within the MediLive system called MediLives token, which somebody can buy locally in kiosks in their local currency, and they can use that to pay for their medical dispensation in a flash at any point in time, in any location, in any geography, any day of the week.
That is great. So it means like globally you are helping people as well in the site, and the people are getting help, and this app and this work, and on top, like the people who have wanted to invest into the business and these kind of stuff, they can use it with the same time that they can get the conversation money as well, like a virtual money, and they can straight away they can take the money out as well and they can use it.
Correct. So with the MediLive token, we also create an economic powerhouse, which means you can trade with it, the token. You can use it to buy goods and services on the platform. You can hold on to it so that it can grow as an investment, although this platform is not to create any investment advice. We are just giving people the opportunity and the possibility to be part of the MediLive if they wish and when they want to do so.
Okay. So basically, Sunny, at the moment you are telling us like this is what you're doing basically. Can you
Yes.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you very clearly.
Okay, so what else you are doing? You was telling us about after LVMT, you are doing bigger than other stuff as well. Like you have some other company as well. I've seen a lot of cryptocurrency and other stuff you're doing as well. Something.
Yes, I do a lot of trading on cryptocurrency, and I'm a trader. I trade every day, every week, and help people, educate people, not through network marketing. No. I help people to buy and sell their Bitcoin, and to make money and financially empower themselves. That's one of the things I do. And I also just written a book on blockchain and cryptocurrency. That book is destined to be out on or before the 30th of September, 2020.
2020. And that book is basically for the people. You wanted to give them something to stand by their own feet, and they can do trading by their own as well. That kind of. Yeah.
Correct. That's what the book is designed for, to help people, humanity all over the world, so that they understand what is this current paradigm, what is this current economic system, financial system, that cryptocurrency is real and is alternative to the traditional currency that we have around the globe, right? So that is not something to be feared. Over the last 400-500 years, money had changed shape and form. Over the last 1,000 years, money had changed shape and form, from gold, from shell, from all the different things. So cryptocurrency is the fourth revolution in terms of financial management. So it is something.
Tell me a little bit about cryptocurrency. A lot of people have very fear as well. Like this kind of thing will be doesn't stays. And a lot of people I have heard about, they lost so much money in the cryptocurrency as well. Like also there is another scheme as well. Like another thing as well is going on trading, that like you have to invest some trader in, I don't know, someone is in Japan or somewhere, and they wanted to like invest into their assets. And what is, because you're already doing it and you're doing quite long, and you are like giving a feeding as well, how you clear the fear of the people? Like if the fear is there, but whoever have done it and they have make some money, then the fear is gone. But the first person, whoever is trying or wanted to come, their fear is there. How did you clarify for them?
Okay, yeah, this is a very, very good question. I have lost a lot of money in cryptocurrency, because at that point in time, I didn't know what I was doing. So it was after I lost a lot of money back in 2016-17, then I decided to sit properly to actually study the whole system and to see exactly how it works. So all that money I've lost, I do not consider it to be lost. I consider it to be the money I paid for education, over £500,000 in the last 5 years.
£1 million?
Yes, but I have made the same back in 6, 7, 8 months in the same way. So it's all about education. So I am now currently positioned to be able to teach people that you don't need to give your £10,000 to somebody, then they start giving you back a 1% every week, 1% every day, because that is just a scammy stuff. What that does, you see, just imagine what happens. I said to you, give me your £10,000, then I will pay back to you, 1% of your money over a period of 4, 5, 6 months. It's crazy.
Very, very true. Very true. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
What I do, I educate people so that they can have their own wallet. They can open it like your bank account. They can see it at any point in time. And you only pay me 2% of whatever you buy in the marketplace. Then I give you the education. So you teach a man or a woman to fish, you fish them for the rest of their life. If you give them the fish, you only feed them for one day. That's what's made the difference.
But what I understand about your fairest question one is nothing in your life is predictable. Like you do any business, a very good business, you can get lost as well. But the best thing is you learn and then stand yourself back, and then you can get. That's you exactly. Have you done it? Like you lost the money and then you said no. There is something I have to learn from this, and you stand up, and now you have more confidence on that business basically because you have know about how to lose as well. Like what is the low poles in there.
Correct. So my exhortation, my encouragement to everyone, Farad, is do not be afraid to learn and do not be afraid to ask questions. Yeah, some of us feel uncomfortable and very awkward to ask questions. If you do not ask questions, you will never learn. If you ask questions, then you will expand your skills, your wisdom, your knowledge, and you empower yourself and you enrich your life handsomely.
Definitely. And what is your future plan? You are doing this as well. Do you have anything? Because Sunny, as long as I know you, you are not the person who only sit down and do only one thing. Your mind is keep working every time. So you must have some other plans as well in your life.
Yes, I do have a lot of plans, and we are launching MediLiVes into the market in the first quarter of 2021. And the other plan which I have, which is a very, very big plan, is to support and help people to sell their goods and services on the digital marketing platform. Because one of the major problems with entrepreneurs is they have their product, they have their services, but the customers are not in great quantity. So we created a platform. That platform enables you to sell your goods and services all over the world at a fraction of a cost. We can drive through to your platform over 1 billion people within 12 months for a fraction of nothing under £1,000. Whereas if I go to other social media or other media in order to promote newspaper, it will cost me thousands and thousands of pounds. For under £1,000, I can help you to generate over £1 million within a year, within 2 years, within 5 years. This is some of the job. This is part of my own giving back to the community. Recognizing that people have a need, then I am positioned to be able to show them. And again, even for us, you can actually use my platform to percolate your media businesses as we stand. So this could be part of those support I can give to you. We have accountants, we have lawyers, we have general goods, pair of shoes. People can sell it on our website, e-commerce website, whereby they can make a lot of money. Now, particularly with the advent of the pandemic, online marketing, online business optimization, Uberization will increase. So on the basis of that, now helping people to market their product effectively.
And in the end, I have to let's going on the wind up now. What about because Sunny, you also belong to Africa, like in that area as well. I'm from third world country as well, and these areas do need motivation speakers and motivation people, and also need a charity work. Because it's a lot of corruption and the politics and other stuff as well is going on. and in the end we have to leave this world one day as well, but what education, because as an education, you gave a lot of education, and still people love you because of that thing as well. Do you have any plan for charity work as well, to doing something charities in Africa or anywhere, and just might be you will take the teacher over there and just educate over there the two people?
Very good. We're already started on that MediLiVes platform. We're already educating doctors, nurses, and care workers. We're starting this project in different parts of African countries, whereby we've already given scholarship. We are supporting some students, often in India, Tanzania, Nigeria, Uganda, and different parts of the globe. And we're going to extend all of these, about 1 million plus, as part of our charitable, as part of corporate social responsibility from next year, whereby we support education, we support water supply, we support construction of roads, environmental management. All of these, yes, we already started them as we give. This is again part of our gratitude attitude.
Definitely. And obviously you have very close connection in Pakistan as well. I must say, because I also belong to Pakistan, and you been so many times on LVMT's time, you was there, and people love you, or even you told me in one of the airports somebody stopped you and he was your student, and people will stop you over there as well, so I must say, if we wanted to do something over there, I'm with you on that project as well. And definitely, Sunny, our good wishes is always with you on whatever you're doing at the moment. Sunny, tell us, before going, about your son as well. I heard about he was also doing excellent performance, and one day I remember there is some big ceremony was going on, and he been announced with some medal or something. Tell us about your
children. My first son, I mean, I have two sons, and the only two sons ever. The first one is 29, which is Sonny Jr. He had a first-class degree from Westminster University in quantity surveying and management. And this quantity surveying and management is actually a program that was conducted by one of the universities. So he was educated in quantity surveying, with sponsored by employer, and he's actually earning more money than I have ever earned in 1 month.
No way. Serious?
Yeah. When he said to me, Dad, when he finished, that was about 5 years ago, he said, Dad, when I finish, I will take you to McDonald's and buy you a Big Mac. So this is so that's my first son. My second son, which is just turned 14, going to 15, he wanted to do robotic engineering. So this is inshallah. I mean, he's gonna also
Mr. He is saying the most amazing gifted business genius I ever met. He's just praising you as well. And John, we thank you very much for such a nice comments as well. And you can, if you want, John, you can call us on the WhatsApp number as well, and you can share your thoughts as well with them. Tell us a little bit about Mr. John. Do you know him, Sunny?
Yes, I know John. John is actually working with me for the last over 10 years, and we're working on various projects at all time. In fact, under the digital platform, the United Pro, John is also one of our directors, because we want to help a lot of businesses to grow so that their products and services that we have in Asia and Africa, we can put them on the global platform. And it's also a platform we're using to promote the MediLive medical platform. You can imagine, so far, today we have not even launched the MediLive platform. With our digital marketing platform, United Pro, we're able to receive inquiry of over 5,000 people who have made inquiry and even using the platform already. So we want to use that platform to promote a lot of businesses so that we can optimize their financial position in spite of the lockdown and all the difficulties that the shops are suffering on the high street. We are saying you can stay at home, use our platform to reach your target audience. Isn't that really amazing?
That's true. That's true. And there's another message for Agni. Thank you very much for sharing. I think you know her as well. Tell me one thing, like how you find out a very good team as well, because the teamwork is so important in any business, anything, like John and like her as well. And especially one of your always with you is as long as I know her as well, like she was in with your LVMT as well. She was so good as well, like how did you get these people around you, like how did you find out, like, okay, this is when I have to stay with them, like, and work with them?
For us, the reality in life is this: we are like magnets. If we are good, we attract good people. If we are bad, we attract bad people. So God has blessed me so much that the people that I found in my pathway, they are good. And yes, there are a lot of bad people along the way, but that's what is called filtering. You filter out those who are bad and those who are good. But anything you do, you must do it in good faith. That is the main thing, and that's fundamental.
Very, very true. And I'm talking about Angela, like she was very good as well. In the end, any message, Sunny, you wanted to give to the people? And again, good luck to your book as well, because that book will be very, very interesting, because like you spent whole your life with ups and downs, and you learn and you stand up. Your life is exactly like our Prime Minister Imran Khan, because Imran Khan he is a very, very motivated person as well, and a lot of people are watching him as well, because he was what I have seen, like majority of the people who have achieved something, they have one common thing. Even I spoke to with Amir Khan as well, the boxer, and he was exactly saying the same thing like what he was telling about. He loved challenge. He loved challenges, because whoever, if somebody says, oh, you can't do it, he said, let me prove him wrong. And this is the way the people build the confidence in themselves, that they wanted to prove someone's wrong, like. So what is the message you wanted to give to the people who's watching at the moment and watching maybe later on?
Well, Imran Khan is actually one of my favorite personality around the globe. Yeah, and during his time when he was playing cricket in England, I used to watch him, although I didn't like cricket, but he made me to like cricket, which is great. And I've been to Pakistan so many times. I've seen that Imran Khan was one of those very, very rare persons who actually support a lot of people who are not able to support themselves. So a true leader. Remember what I said earlier? A leader is a person that does for other people what they cannot do for themselves. That's what Imran Khan. But my final note is this: anything you do in life, you have to be positive, you have to be persistent, and you have to be a people's magnet. Draw people close to you, and people will draw close to you as well. And whatever you do must be done in good faith. Yes, we're human, we can make mistakes, but when you do it in good faith, God will always bless you at all times.
Thank you very much, Sunny, for such a good note as well. Like, and honestly speaking, I and Mr. Babar San and all these people who was with you on that time, what was pleasure, like having you as a teacher as well, and we learned a lot of things from you as well. But again, the most important thing is what you taught us about: be natural with the people and giving, like give something to the humanity. Automatically, the good stuff and good people will come around you as well. That's 100%. That's 100% correct. Thank you, Sunny, and wish you good luck for your book as well. And
thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Probably on your MIDI one, like we might be work for Pakistan as well. I will get a contact over there. Few of the ministers, I know them as well. Might be contact them, and I will show them like, look, this thing is happening, and maybe we can get together and we can go over there as well.
Fantastic. Yeah,
Okay.
looking forward to it. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Sunny. Yeah, this is our Sunny, and it was a pleasure talking with him. And one of the person, you know, like whom I met in UK, he is very truly, you know, like a motivated person, always telling the people. Even he was busy and he stopped with the students, and if some student asks any question, he never say, no, I'm busy, you know, like go away on this and that. He stopped and he asked about the people, you know, like, okay, what is your problem? What is this? What is that? And because of these things, I think is little things, you know, like where the people get more respect. I think that's why Sunny has become so successful, and because he's always looking for the people, you know, like for betterment, you know, like, and giving something to them. Thank you very much for watching One Word Show, and definitely I will be talking with someone else for next show, and probably after Muharram we will do some show for entertainment department as well, as I spoke to last time as well. Thank you very much for watching One Word Show, and I will see you next time. Thank you.